Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a process video using the February Hit Kit Club. I'm kind of behind on my video uploads, but I'm trying to get them all up for your viewing pleasure. So I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media work with this layout, and I started off by using that Artist Loft modeling paste. And then I have 3 craft paints that I'm using right now in Citron, Robin's Egg, and Pink are the 3. And I chose it on this We Are Memory Keepers Secret Crush paper. The paper itself already looks completely like mixed media with almost like a watercolor effect. So I just wanted to add some texture, and I'm going to be using a few stencils in my collection. First one is kind of like these bubbles that have a gradient from small to large, and it's by Crafter's Workshop. And I start just by using the modeling paste that I mixed with the pink paint color, and I'm just adding more to it. And actually the colors I chose here were because they were 3 that are highlighted on the page, so you see how the pink kind of blends in with the pink that's already incorporated into this paper. The next one is that Robin's Egg Blue, and I'm still using that Crafter's Workshop stencil and using a, what is it called, a palette knife to kind of ensure that they get into all the openings of the stencil. So again, just like I said, adding some texture, adding some dimension to it, and I colored it with colors that were already on the page itself, so everything just kind of looks like it also belongs. So I really like that effect right there. And then I also take my Heidi Swap stencil, I think it's called the Lattice, and I use the Citron modeling paste, and I use it with the Heidi Swap stencil. So we'll see here in a minute. I'm probably digging it out. There we go. And again, highlighting the colors that were already on the background page. So it's really fun in that regard, I think. And it just accents it. I really think that this page was great. I didn't probably have to do anything to it, but because I like incorporating some mixed media into my layouts is truly the reason why, so that's why I added in. I'll take the time to, I never am patient. I'm gonna break out my heat gun and speed up the drying process here because I can't wait for it to dry. I know I start touching it soon too, which is also hilarious. So also on this page, I'm using all the supplies mostly from the kit itself. Next, I'm going to be getting out some of my distress inks from Tim Holtz. And I think I got a pack of the pastels, or just the softer colors, and I'm going to use them to add more texture, more dimension to the page. And I start out by using this yellow, which is Scattered Straw. And these are just stamps I have in my collection. I'm not even using the whole thing, but that one kind of looks like a little bit of a flower. And I added a few spots. And then I'll also take that color, which was Shaded Lilac, again a soft purple. And the stamps that I'm using almost look like lace, but I'm only using the very tip of it, or not the tip, the edge. So I'm only using the first, parts of it instead of the whole design, because I just simply wanted to add some texture. And then that was the Sponge Sugar, which is a very soft, light pink. And I'm just again, adding more dimension to that background. I think it really came out nice with that as well. And then I do take one last color. I believe I use Evergreen Bow, which you'll see in a second. Again, just using some of these lace stamps I have. That one kind of came out a little bit bright, so I liked how it looked when it was more faded as I used it. That was fun to do. So those are the 4 distress inks by Tim Holtz that I used: the Scattered Straw, the Shaded Lilac, Sponge Sugar, and Evergreen Bow. So I'm just trimming off the page, or at least that like bottom edge of it, which would be really, really good. And I just clean off my workstation and I clean off my palette knives. They're so much easier to do when they're still wet, in essence. Once they dry, they get all crusty and gross, and that's just a baby wipe. So it's like really quick cleanup. If that's a tip I can give anyone out there, definitely clean your palette knives once you're done using them because they just get all gross. And so this is the picture I'm using. It's a picture of me earlier this year with my dog. She is just the best. I've had her since she was a puppy. And I'm using the Heidi Swap pages. Was the cut apart page from the kit, and it's called the Dusk paper. So I'm using, again, the pastels that were in them because the other colors were kind of darker and blues and greens, but these three I felt worked the best with my overall pastel layout. So you can see I was just playing around with which side I liked better. And then this polka dot paper is still the cut apart page, but it's the opposite side. So behind all of those are all the polka dots. So in order to kind of use all my scraps, I was doing some layering in order to incorporate all of them. And they almost have like an ombre effect. You can see that it goes from like very light polka dots in almost like a green teal tone to like darker ones. So that's not quite black. It's just a dark green color. And I'm just playing with how I like it so far with those. And then I broke out the ephemera pack that was from My Mind's Eye. It's the Jubilee Wild Berry collection that was a part of the kit. And I'm just taking out some of the die cuts and such that I felt like I could use on the page, and I'm just layering them up. Some of the florals, really getting a sense on how I want the page to look with all of it. These are all still from the same ephemera pack. This is all the Jubilee Wild Berry collection. And you got quite a few pieces in this collection, or this pack, I should say. I think I still have a few left over because I couldn't quite kill it. And so I'm breaking out the Everlicious. Those are the puffy stickers that were also provided in the kit, and the enamel dots are from My Mind's Eye as well. So I'm just trying to see like my options. And again, I think I was mostly concerned with keeping the colors in the same family, and that's what was important. And then these were the thickers that came in the pack. These are the Maggie Holmes Flea Market Gold Tile thickers. So I probably at this point was like thinking of my title, and then I wanted to start sticking it down because at this point none of it's glued down. It's all just kind of pretend. And so I'm doing this, and I think, yeah, I ran out of glue on that little tape runner guy, so I get a new one. Don't you love when glue runs out or adhesive runs out in the middle of your projects? And I use those little ones. They don't last very long. I haven't brought any other adhesive guns, so if anyone actually has a suggestion on which one, because I know like there's a Teresa Collins bigger one, there's the ATG gun, what is it called? ATG, the Advanced something adhesive gun. I don't own any of them. I buy these little ones that last me like 1 page or 2 pages, and then I have no more adhesive. So if anyone has a suggestion on a good one to buy, please leave the comment down below because I am in the market for an adhesive gun. So here I am just getting the placement right. I know I was looking at the levels of the polka dots, if I wanted it to line up at the edge, or do I want polka dots coming out from the bottom and the top, and I decided from the bottom and the top. And then I wanted the one that says Friends Forever like directly in the middle, so that's kind of the logic behind that process right there. Just toying around with, where do I want the card to be seen. So then I liked all of that and sticking it down. Yep. And then I'm surprised I remembered exactly how I wanted all those ephemera pieces down. Just putting it all down, and then I start with all of the little goodies around the edge. That balloon, trying to tuck it behind the actual picture. This ephemera pack was nice. I think, actually this layout, don't get me wrong, like I said, I'm behind on my videos. This was my 6th layout with the kit, so this was really using like the last of what was going on. I think I have one more after this, but I unfortunately didn't have a process video. My videos for February are going to be out of order. I'm not going to lie. Please bear with me, because I'm starting my channel and I'm starting to do all the footage for my layouts, and so it's a little bit of a learning curve, but I will, find my groove and be able to keep up with it, because I got my, kit and I filmed all these videos with my February kit, but I never uploaded anything because of XYZ excuses. So now I kind of got everything going together really well, and now I can upload them. So I know my first video was the March kit, and so I'll probably have a few of the February kit and then get back into the March ones, because I've been doing all the filming for those as well. So I'm kind of going to get a lot of videos uploaded all at the same time. But I'll get my, like I said, my my groove with how to do a tape or do a layout and then upload the video, do a layout, upload the video, do a layout, upload the video. Right now I kind of did all the videoing, all the filming, and now I'm rushing to do all the uploading. I'll get good. Please bear with me, I should say. So as you can see, I'm still back to the video. Sticking down all the ephemera. I kind of used up a lot of the labels, and the adorable word, and then the sweet word. Me and my dog. I love my dog. She is just the best, the sweetest thing. But don't get me wrong, she's not a social dog. She doesn't like other dogs, but she loves getting, petted on her belly and such. She's definitely a diva and spoiled rotten, but she's my kid. And so my title of my page, I decided was going to be the hashtag that I pretty much have for her. So if you do hashtag mydoxy Zoe, ZOE, you'll see all the pictures I have posted of her. She's my only dog, and I have no children yet, so she's my life and she's my world. So I thought I was going to keep it layered kind of on this bottom half of the page, but then I was deciding that I didn't really like where that was, so I move it to the top corner. Yeah, on the right there. And then I do Zoe like going down the page, and then I like love that. So that is how I keep it. Loved it. And so I stick all the letters down. This pack, I'll be honest, if anyone else has these stickers, these were not that sticky. I really had to reinforce like every letter I used from all my layouts using these like gold tile thickers. They just did not stick for nothing. Totally did not. And so the last of my letters are going down. I don't think I used those last ephemeras that you like die cuts you see on the side, those circles. I don't think I put those on the page, but these were definitely, like, the title was important. And I know I also like write a little bit on those labels that I just didn't want to include in the video, so I kind of end it after I put down the ephemera. But the label gets some of my handwriting on it, and then I do stamp a few little stamps from the Heidi Swap collection in gray Stays On, and I do incorporate a few enamel dots on the page. So here are the close-ups. on what it looks like. So you can see the texture from the paste and the stamps there. There's the journaling and some of the stamps I added with the gray ink. And there's the enamel dots as well. I just add a little bit more color, but you can see all like the texture and the from behind. I think it pokes out and peeks out very nicely. So that's my completed page. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.